Hi Aquarius, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a quick reading in regards to your next upcoming relationship. Thank you so much for joining me. I do want to remind you and thank you in advance for your likes, your comments, and your subscriptions to the channel if you haven't joined this Aquarian tribe already. But let's jump right into it and pull from the forest, the Sacred Forest deck, and see how Spirit would describe this connection. I did have to attempt to start recording this reading probably about 5 times previous to this one. And the number 11 on the timestamp was mentioned as a significance representing this connection. Okay, speaking upon it. For Aquarius, next relationship. Okay, patience, uncertainty, interesting. Sanctuary. This person's going to feel like a sanctuary is what I'm already getting. Bear with me. I do feel like one, if not both of you, are a little bit nervous entering this connection. Why is that? Passage and retreat. Okay, I really do feel as if some of you are going to have some amazing quality bonding time at home due to the certain weather occurrences taking place. But I'm hearing the word trapped at times, you know, when the weather makes you trapped with somebody in a home situation or wherever. But I do feel as if there's certain levels of traveling, potentially a vacation or several, to experience with this individual. So I need to pull one more. Okay, protection. Yeah, I do feel as if your fears and their fears will be put to rest eventually, but I do sense that the gratitude stemming from them for you is quite large, okay? And I do feel like there's a level of gratitude that will exist that will further manifest the success of this connection. But I do feel like in the midst of certain levels of uncertainty when it comes to the future of this connection, when it comes to whether or not you're a perfect match or just a quality match in general, you will need to have patience, okay, with oneself, with them. I do feel like things are going to progress and evolve at a pace they're meant to. And for some drawn to this reading, it may be too slow for you, right? But I do feel like in reality, it's happening the way it's meant to. And there's a need to just reground oneself, rebalance oneself as you go through a bit of an individual transformation in the beginning stages of this connection, okay? And I feel the need to make it known to you that they're going through a bit of a transformation, a bit of a healing process for when it comes to their situation as well, all right? But it's a protected union. I feel the need to say connection. It'll go from feeling like a connection in the beginning, and then it will just progress to more of a union in your minds, okay? What's meant to be will be, and you need to realize that or remember that, and same goes for them. But I do feel as if there's a vibe about their physical appearance, okay, that puts you at ease but turns you on all the meanwhile. Very interesting. I do feel as if they could be very much unlike, they could be very unlike what you're usually attracted to or go for, but I do feel as if you're going to feel that it's just right for you in certain ways, okay? Their physical appearance, their personality. Second guessing is not an option is what I'm getting for either of you, all right? But I do feel as if, again, they're gonna feel like a sanctuary for you. There's a focus on bonding at both of your housing situations. And I do feel as if there's a bit of a message coming through that this is just very much spiritually guided. It's part of your individual path, right? It's part of their path as well. And I do feel like discussions of your individual paths will come up for the better or for the worse, okay? They're telling me to pull one more right from the middle. Growth. You're going to see a lot of growth happening for you individually and for them and within the connection as a whole. It's this vibe where you will grow in a very protected way separately on either end of the connection, and you'll come together feeling a bit more healed, different, and then you'll have to catch up with each other as to how you've been changing or what's been changing in your lives. A very healthy connection in a lot of ways, but there's a chance for both of you individually to alter the health of it by second guessing too much, by being too all up in one's head. For one of you, I feel like you're thinking too much with your heart guiding oneself too much with your heart, and the other one you're thinking too much with your head, or one of you is thinking too much in general, once again. But you know what I'm saying? There's a need to find a nice balance on either end of the connection when it comes to the guidance of moving forward with the connection, a balance between your heart and your mind. Okay, don't go too analytical and don't go too feeling based. Moving right along, let's pull from the Gilza deck. No, they want the lights here. Just bear with me. Let's do some shuffling. Ooh, they stand for a lot that will be viewed as very honorable in your eyes. Beautiful. It's powerful. And I do feel like it's quite a powerful connection, but I do sense that there's just a lot going on in both of your lives separately, that at times it's hard to see how it can fit in, right? Or it's hard to move past the past, is the most repetitive way to put it, where I feel you both have been through a lot of BS when it comes to people, right? Dating. And some of you might have people outside of the connection that you're considering in the beginning stages. I do sense that there's an underlying focus on what needs to be healed on past disappointment. Try not to over discuss in the beginning stages of the connection what you have been through, or even ask about what they've been through. But a bit of understanding does need to come into play, because I feel your experiences, for the better and for the worse, when it comes to dating and sexual experiences, do intertwine to an extent, okay, or relate, reminding you how spiritually guided this connection is. But I do feel as if things with the 9 and the 10, different elements, but I really do feel like in the midst of needing to have an immense amount of patience with oneself, with them, with the connection, you're just needing to, in the pace of things, it's just going to gradually develop the way it's meant to, when it's meant to. Some of which need to recognize that the planetary placements play into certain delays, I want to say. But I do feel as if you're going to see an immense amount of abundance in the midst of this connection, right? I feel as if they're going to treat you well. I do feel as if you're going to treat them well in a different way, depending on what role you typically would play. But I feel some drawn to this reading. It's a very 50-50 sort of vibe about the connection in certain ways, if not in all ways, which might be new for you or not. But I do sense that there's gifting, treating well, taking out, right? Vibing to the simplicity of getting each other, right, in the moment, or just liking what's being shared in certain ways. There's a focus on storytelling on either side, and how the storytelling that you each exude, you each express, is different, but it's likable in the eyes of the other, okay? You complement each other is what I'm hearing. I feel like one of you balances the other out more so, and the other one may be pushing the other one to express themselves more, or to crack out of their shell. Does that make sense? So it could be a very fire and earth kind of vibe about the connection, regardless of what the signs are. Okay, or air earth is what I'm hearing. Anyways, but I do feel as if there's times where you'll find that the connection between the two of you pushes you to regain your inner strength, right? You may find that they put up a facade at certain points that's quite obvious, but I do sense that this connection will help you grow into a stronger individual, right? And you'll see the same happening for them in a different kind of light. But I do feel as if, once again, it's a connection where you're both beyond protected by spirit, okay? We brought you together for a reason, or we will moving forward. But you just need to recognize that if it will work out in the way it's meant to, at the pace it's meant to. And I do feel like there's certain decisions that need to happen on their end for things to work out in your favor, is what I'm hearing, or just in both of your favors. But I do feel like there's a bit of a balancing act you're both going through in your individual lives, once again, that feeds into the relationship in certain ways. Just try not to bring your personal concerns and worries too much into the connection where it weighs a little bit heavy, right? Keep things light and healthy, light and fluffy. But I do feel like there's going to be a lot of celebrating, okay? A lot of fun experiences, but a lot of simplistic, beautiful moments as well, where the number 44 is speaking upon your connection, and the number 444, protection, okay? And I really do feel as if Again, another reminder to have patience to balance things out and remember that it's very spiritually guided. As I feel one of you is being viewed as an earth angel, okay, by the other one. And I do sense that there's going to be a desire for control on either end of the connection, but I need to just let go of that desire, that want, and just move forth with them when you gain the opportunity to, right? And recognize that it will once again evolve in the way it's meant to. As I do sense that one of which in the connection is gaining a lot of public recognition, as the connection in and of itself will gain a lot of attention from friends, family, coworkers on either side. All right. I'm hearing it's meant to be, and you'll recognize that the wheel is turning more than meets the eye at times, as you guys will get each other in certain ways that are a bit unspoken, I feel the need to say. All right. So I hope this was truly helpful. I am sending you so much love and light, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Aqua.